goons, they respect me and I know it. Watch your words and your tone, you not a part.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and this one features Trevor Lawrence. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other two-thirds, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Ray McCloud, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive.
They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
2nd and 9. Now Lock.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Charles already trailing that touchdown early in this offense. How imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Returnable here from the 38. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now we'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. There he goes, right side.
Still on his feet.
And across the track into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Moody for the PAT.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Taken at the goal line. They he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot. But nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Locke. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Block now to throw. Up the right sideline. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
You look at this Niner defense.
They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And Walker once more.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw it is Locke. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here's Walker.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Walker is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. After one, 14-6 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up, so hold everything here as they're going to take a look at it. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Lawrence will throw. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2nd and 6.
At the 44-yard line.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And past the 35, will be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. First down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12. At the Seahawks 33-yard.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this is good. From 57 yards out. That is bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And out now come the Seahawks. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Now a 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Broken tackle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. The Seahawks at 10-2 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Locke going to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
Locke now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
They run again with Walker. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Diamador Lenore up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he is in for a Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for two. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late-season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. KJ Hamler returning it. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They look to throw. It's Locke. Open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Cleveland Farrell, former high pick of the Raiders, in on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Here's Locke to throw. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. Straight ahead, Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Personal foul. Baseman. Defense.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
111 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Walker once more. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Locke going to try and throw for it.
And he's got it. The try for two is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it.
He's across midfield.
And now running up, moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Out of the gun, Purdy. All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Seahawks first down.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. A pretty nice gain there on the run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the agile move.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
Locke to throw on second down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. Throwing now is Locke. He hits his target, Lockett. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Seattle.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now here in Santa Clara. been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Again, it's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Under pressure, they got him again. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They get the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Here's Walker. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
The 49ers 8-yard line.
Again, Walker. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th and goal as they look to finish this one off. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Here we go. This is 4th down.
Let's go.
Purdy, big 4th down play. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. Walker.
will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Breaks a tackle. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And some space here. And he's got this down to the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
1st down, Seattle.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A lot going to throw it here.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Locke. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
A lot of ground to cover here for Locke and the Seahawks. 3rd and long after that sack.
3rd and long.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Locke gonna go on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Shotgun now with Purdy. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it'll be lost.